There is an individual and there is the society. Think of the individual as someone who's driving his car, and the society performs the role of having a traffic signal. Free will were to completely dictate the course of the person's choice. Can you legitimize the concept of a traffic signal? If free will and independent choice and individual choice were to be absolutely supreme, if you look at the entire concept from that standpoint and from the standpoint of individual, the traffic signal would come across as oppressive. And if the traffic signal were to dictate every twist and turn that you make, and were to decide how you are supposed to move your steering wheel at every moment, that would be an oppressive social control, correct? But what is it that keeps the traffic moving as much as possible with very few accidents as possible? The balance that you strike between the individual's right to drive in a manner he chooses, in a manner it pleases him, and the society's right to impose a certain boundary condition to ensure that he does not come in the way of others' safety. That would be the definition of balance. Individual choice meets societal responsibility. Effectively is the definition of dharma. Which is to say, an individual must have the maximum possible ability to express himself. So if anybody tells you that Indic religions or Indian civilization is largely anti-individual because it imposes social control, they really don't know what they're talking about. Because I can't think of any other civilizational architecture, any other religious architecture, any other faith-based architecture which gives so much of latitude to individuals to do what they wish to do. Are you forced to go to a Sunday school? Are you forced to go to a temple on a regular basis? That is inherently because it believes in giving you a certain amount of latitude and allowing you to decide what is right for you according to your temperament. This flexibility over a point of time, if it were to be abused, it is entirely a right-based discourse, which is to say, I have the right to do this, I have the right to do that. But if the entire discussion is about rights and there are no duties involved, who takes up the responsibility of ensuring that there is order in the society? This balance between right and duty is effectively what defines dharma. As a consequence, it does not require you to have a belief in a certain deity. It does not require you to adhere to traditions merely because they've been followed for 2,000 years or 5,000 years or 7,000 years. It allows you to decide what is relevant for a given time and circumstance, keeping in mind that there is a fundamental definition of dharma that needs to be adhered to. This is effectively what dictates and distinguishes dharma from other non-dharmic religions, which is why you don't have one central book. Which is why you do not have one central organization that decides to dictate the destinies of each and every person of this community.